Koala Smart. What will you do to save the koala? Koalas, one of the most beautiful, loved and recognised animals in the world. These gentle and fascinating creatures are a true symbol of Australia. Look at their beautiful fluffy ears, their big black nose and their sparkling little eyes. Their fur is one of the thickest of all marsupials. Did you know Australia has the highest rate of extinction of mammals in the world? This means that beautiful creatures that once lived in Australia, such as the pig-footed bandicoot, the lesser stick-nest rat and, of course, the Tasmanian tiger, or more properly the thylacine, have completely died out forever and can never return. Unfortunately, this isn't just something that happened back in the olden days. Many more mammals are likely to go extinct in the next 20 years. Shame, Australia, shame.
Did you know our koalas are disappearing? And can you imagine a world without them?
Why are koalas disappearing?
G'day, I'm Shane, Clinical Director of the Port Macquarie Koala Hospital. And this is Rebecca, our koala ecologist. And we want to take you on a journey to understand why we're losing our koalas. Why did the koala cross the road? Believe it or not, they don't sit in trees sleeping all day. They do move around. They like to go looking for food, mates, and to avoid the big bully males. Koalas like this male tend to get hit more on busy roads where people are driving really fast. In our region, up to 150 koalas a year are hit by cars. That's a lot of koalas. Signs like this one are meant to alert motorists that koalas are in the area, but most motorists ignore them. Where are the signs in your areas? Do you know where they are?
Did you know that 4 out of 5 koalas who are attacked by a dog die? Unfortunately, the majority of these attacks aren't done by wild dogs, but by people's family pets, like this little guy here, who sadly isn't going to make it. Many people's homes are built on or near the best koala habitat, and this means that sometimes koalas enter people's yards. This is when dog attacks can occur. Surely we can do something to prevent this problem. What can we do?
Koalas suffer from many diseases, and these diseases tend to happen more in areas where humans live. These diseases can cause animals to die, or they can't have babies, or they can end up blind, such as this koala here. What can you do to help? Koalas like to sit in the top of trees, and as you know, they're not particularly fast and they can't fly. This means that koalas are unable to escape bushfires, and any hot fire that burns the tree canopy or the leaves not only takes away their food source, but also means that they can suffer bad burns and die. Unfortunately, climate change predictions suggest more hot, dry days, which will increase the likelihood of severe fires into the future. What can we do to protect koalas from bushfires?
Koalas are losing their home and they have nowhere to go. The loss of koala habitat through development for such things as houses, roads and shopping centres is the #1 reason that koalas are declining. Today, we are radio tracking a koala who is part of our studies into the ways that koalas best use their habitat. Our koala's name is Keith. Luckily, Keith and his koala friends live in a really big area of unlogged habitat away from the threats of human development such as roads and dogs. We're close to Keith now. Here's Keith, safely tucked up sleeping. How can we make sure that all koalas, like Keith, have the chance to live in such large areas of unlogged habitat away from the threats of human development? What can we do?
Here we are at the Port Macquarie Koala Hospital, where they treat koalas that have been hit by a car, attacked by a dog, burned in a bushfire, or are generally sick or injured. Here is Shane treating Toby. This koala is in because he is being treated for chlamydia, otherwise known as wet bottom disease. Luckily for Toby, with antibiotics and good care, he will be okay and will be released back into the wild once recovered.
As the ecologist for the Koala Recovery Partnership, I'm doing a range of things to try and help koala conservation. We're working with scientists and undertaking research. We're working with the community to achieve better on-ground conservation outcomes. And we're working with government to look at policy and planning. What can you do to help koalas?
Here at the Koala Hospital, we do lots of things to try to save our koalas. We buy land, we plant lots of trees, we do a lot of research, but most of all, we care for our koala patients. We really need your help. What can you do to help save our koalas?
Oh, goodbye Bunyip Blue Gum, goodbye Blinky Bill, and beautiful little Nutsy. I can't believe it, our koalas are all dying. Can it really be a national disaster, a world catastrophe? Oh,
Thank you for joining us today to learn about koalas and the many threats that face them. We look forward to seeing the amazing ideas your school comes up with for your Koala Smart project.